Hi all, this is BRR. Welcome to BRR Knowledge Hub. In this video session, we'll talk about what is 4 plus 1 view model of architecture or 4 plus 1 architecture view model. Okay, so this is the 4 plus 1 view model of architecture. That means it includes 4 models here: logical view, development view, process view, and physical view. Generally, when it comes to here, model is a complete, basic, and simplified description of a software architecture, which is composed of multiple views from a particular perspective or viewport. And when it comes to view, it's a representation of an entire system from the perspective of a related set of concerns. It is used to describe the system from a viewpoint of a different stakeholders such as end users, developers, project managers, etc. So this 4 plus 1 view model of architecture initially invented by a Pilpik Kruchen to describe the architecture of a software intensive system based on the use of multiple and concurrent views. So it is a multiple view model that addresses different features and concerns of the system. It standardizes the software design documents and makes the design easy to understand by all stakeholders. So it provides 4 essential views here: a logical view, and then process view, physical view, and development view. So this logical view basically viewing by end users here, and process view looks by the integrators, and this development view looking by the programmers or developers here, and physical view looking by the system engineers. So here we have 4 essential views here, but in the middle we have one more essential view, that is scenarios. This is user scenarios. So this user scenarios has a special significance as it details the high level requirement of a system while other views details. Because based on this user case or scenarios, other view essential views are designed here. So when it has a special significance as it details the high level requirement of a system while other view details how those requirements are realized. Where all other 4 views are completed, it's effectively redundant. However, all other views would not be possible without these scenarios. Okay. When you're looking into this, the next level here, the deeper way, so the purpose of this 4 plus 1 view architecture is to separate the different aspects of a software system components into different views of the system. So the views are used to describe the system from the viewpoint of different stakeholders such as end users, developers, and project managers. These 4 views are logical view, development view, process view, and physical view. In addition, selected use cases or scenarios are utilized to illustrate the architecture serving as the plus 1 view. So the purpose of this 4 plus 1 view architecture is separating of different components, systems of software system components into different views: logical view, development view, process view, and physical view. Okay. So logical view generally viewing by the end users as explained in the earlier slide. These considerations are functional requirements or the system should provide in the terms of services to its users. So this entire thing will provide the functional aspects, but not the technical aspects here. Because end user are always looking at the functionality of the system, but not looking at the technology and the architecture and the development aspects. So he always concentrates the functionality. So this view shows the component of the system as well as the interactions and the relationships. Okay. And coming to the process view, the viewing by the integrators. So considerations are non-functional requirements like performance, scalability, concurrency. So when third-party person comes into the picture and you want to integrate your service, you are looking at these non-functional aspects here. That means how the process is being done in the application, like how the process, how the interactions are happening between the components and the models and views. So based on that, he will take a metrics on the performance and scalability, availability, and the concurrency. Like if concurrent users are accessing the application parallelly, how it is behaving and how the performance is measuring, kind of thing, is looking at the process view, and then he utilizes this application. So the process view shows the processes and workflow rules of a system, how now the process communicate with each other. Coming to the development view, this is viewed by the programmers. That means this is the place where the development team comes into the picture, software development. Considerations or software model organization, that means layer architecture and software management and reusability and the constraints of tools. So in this view, we will be looking at all these aspects, like how many layers required to develop this application, like presentation, business layer, data layer, DAL layer, and two-tier architecture, three-tier architecture kind of things, and the software management aspects and the reusability of using design patterns and the constraints of tools which are suitable for the development view. All these things we are considering here in this development view. So generally it gives a building block of, building block view of the system. Example, packages used, execution environments, class libraries, and subsystem utilization. Everything we'll be defining it here in the development view. And coming to the physical view, it describes the mapping of a software onto hardware and reflects its distributed aspects. So this is system engineers who are utilizing this view. And again, this is a non-functional requirement regarding underlying hardware like topology, communication, etc., etc. This view shows the system execution environment. So basically, this viewed by the support engineers or system engineers who looks at the hardware components, how the system is communicating and how the system is executing, and what are all the things are deployed in the environment and how the environment looks like. This comes into the physical view. And last one is scenarios. This is viewed by all users of other views and evaluators. So system consistency and validity and the validation and illustration to show the design is completely scalable or performant kind of things looks by the all users in this aspects. So it is redundant with other views actually. Okay. So this view model can be extended by adding one more view called this one, scenario view. Okay. So for end users or customers of software system. So it is a coherent with other four views and are utilized to illustrate the architecture serving as a plus one. Hence it is called as 4+1 view model. Okay. And this is all about the 4+1 view architecture here. So logical view, process view, and development view and physical view, along with these four views plus one, this is the use case scenarios. So hence this is a special significance which comes into the picture to give a detailed description of other views, how those the requirements are realized when all other four views are completed. So when all these four views are completed, how the requirement looks like and how the requirements are realized, that thing will be defined in the scenarios. So I hope you understand the architecture of this 4+1 view model of architecture and the benefits of four views and plus one use case scenarios. Thanks for listening this video. Please subscribe this YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you.